Hi, my name is Charlie Sparks and welcome to The Clock is Ticking. This documentary is all about TikTok, the new, fast ever growing social media. TikTok has taken the world by storm, especially during this global pandemic. So my aim of this documentary is to show you, through use of a couple of experiments, just how TikTok does cater their content. First off, I will create a new TikTok account and spend 30 minutes scrolling through the For You page. For those who don't know, the For You page is TikTok's personalized page. This is where TikTok takes the content that you scroll through, the content that you like, the duration that you spend on the post, how you engage with the post, and realistically how you spend the most of your time on the platform to cater better content towards you. The aim of this experiment for me is to try to show that on a fresh account, TikTok doesn't really have a build-up of what you are and what I am. So by creating two accounts, I can do one underage, one overage, and compare the results of what I get per post. The hope of this exercise is to try to prove that TikTok will try to push certain content to you, even though they don't have a basis on what you are like. I've just got my notes here. The three top categories for the underage account were gaming with 18, pets and animals with 17, and arts with 10. All of the content from these categories were harmless and friendly. The gaming videos were mainly of Roblox and a majority of the art videos were drawings. To conclude the first experiment, this is child-friendly content and no cause for concern. On the contrary though, one video has to be mentioned. There was a woman twerking. This type of content was only seen once throughout a 30-minute sit-through. Although very bad, seeing a post once would class this as an anomaly, as this type of content wasn't seen again through the remainder of the experiment. The underage account scroll through doesn't show any cause for concern. The top categories for the overage account were as follows: comedy with 18 posts, pets and animals with 10, and arts with 11. Directly comparing the underage account to the overage account, we can start to draw a conclusion. My data suggests that TikTok shows more comedy videos to overage users. My evidence for this is shown in the comparison of the comedy category throughout my two experiments. The underage account only saw 8 posts, whereas the overage account saw 18. The comedy videos weren't inappropriate to underage users either. So this would suggest that TikTok wished to show the content to them. The same can be said for the gaming category. The underage account saw 18 posts of gaming, whereas the overage account saw 5. These two vague examples show that TikTok does cater content based upon a user's age. And this is increasingly important as neither of these categories are bound by any age restriction laws, such as nudity or sexual content. So this tells me that TikTok is filtering content to users based on a user's age. The age starts to fade away when TikTok users start showing their interests through the use of the platform. To conclude, TikTok personalizes the content that you see from a fresh account. The story gets worse though when we factor in an established account. What I mean is, when TikTok has substantial data on what you like and what sort of interest, TikTok harvests your data to understand what you like. Furthermore, they're not only interested in what you like though. An interview with a reverse engineer proves my point exactly. Quote, TikTok is a data collection service that is thinly veiled as a social network. If there is an API to get your information on you, your contacts, your device, well, they're using it. End quote. The type of content they mine is your phone hardware. This includes the CPU type, number of cores, hardware IDs, screen dimensions, DPI, memory usage, disk space. These screenshots right now on the screen are what else TikTok knows about you. Also, all of this data was very reachable too, according to the man. The same person claims that TikTok weren't even using an HTTPS encryption. So this meant that a user's email address, secondary email, where they would which can be used to verify password resets. Birthdays, real names, all were publicly viewable via a man-in-the-middle attack. Another quote from this man is all I need to hear. Start quote, "For what it's worth, I reversed their Instagram, Facebook, Reddit and Twitter apps. They don't collect nearly as much data as TikTok. It's like comparing a cup of water to the entire ocean." End quote. With all of this information publicly viewable, it makes me wonder why exactly someone would choose to be exploited on this type of platform, when Facebook, Instagram and Twitter are much safer, are still free, it doesn't cost you anything to go on there, and still millions of people use these platforms, as TikTok's a new emerging one. To answer this question, I'm going to interview 2 TikTok regulars on why they use the platform. So I'm here with 2 avid TikTok users. I'd like to call you. Would you call yourself TikTok users? Both of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So the first question is how many people do you know personally that use the app as well? Loads. How many? Like, try to put a number to it if you can.
10.
Like, but would you say all of your friends do?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Right.
I only know about 1.
Okay. Is that Josh then?
No, actually, yeah, 2. No, yeah, 2.
Alright.
My friend.
Why do you use the app? What's your primary use for it? Like, what sort of content do you like to see? Gaming, dances. What's your primary use?
Funny,
yes. like memes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, do you have a favorite like person you like to see on it?
No.
You don't. You just scroll through it.
Yeah.
So you don't use it for followers. You don't use it like you go on the For You page, innit? You're always scrolling. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. What other socials do you use? Apart from Instagram?
Snapchat.
You use all of them. Do you talk to your friends on that as well?
Yeah.
What about you, Sam? Do you you just use TikTok?
Yeah, I don't have Instagram.
Do you guys watch YouTube?
Yeah.
Right, so like comparing TikTok to YouTube, right? On YouTube, do you just go through the trending page or do you go on your subscriptions?
Subscriptions. I only go on my subscriptions on my phone because I can't subscribe to people on my Xbox or my iPad. So. Yeah.
Alright. When did you start? When did you download TikTok?
When I got my phone.
When was that?
Last year.
What about you, Josh?
I don't know, but there was a date. Forgot. Something last year.
So you've been on it for about a year now.
Oh no. I downloaded it on my iPad, but then I deleted it again.
Okay. What sort of things do you see on it regularly, though? Like if you go on your page now, for example, what would you?
Football. Football.
There's a load of football. Okay.
F1. I see loads of F1 videos and stuff.
So would you say that it's more tailored towards you then?
Yeah.
Now that we have been introduced and fairly acquainted with how TikTok works and how some people choose to use the platform, how could this usage affect the mental health of users? How could this autonomous scrolling affect your mind, realistically? Got some research here I want to summarise. With social media usage being highest among 16 to 24-year-olds, it's no surprise that social media is hurting young people. According to the University of Rochester, the rational part of a teen's brain isn't fully developed and won't be until the age of 25. With 80,000 children and young people in the UK suffering from severe depression, and with odds also suggesting that they're on social media and potentially use socials for 5 hours a day, it's no surprise that 9 out of 10 young girls say they are unhappy with their body, or that they're just not happy with themselves. And with social media users constantly being exposed to other users, every selfie you see, every picture you see, is that person out there perfect? This quote from an anonymous 20 to 24-year-old woman proves my point exactly. Instagram easily makes girls and women feel as if their bodies aren't good enough, as people add filters and add their pictures in order for them to look perfect. Another quote from a 14 to 16-year-old, the time you can spend on some of these apps they can be very addictive. I lose time to revise. I can't do any homework. I can't interact with family and friends, and lose a lot of sleep at night." End quote. I went on UK charity Young Minds and went on their webpage. They suggest these following actions, and I would like to relay them to you. Apps like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube make it easy to track your time online. No matter what device you have, iOS or Android, there are settings you can do on your social medias to limit your time. This is if you're heavily addicted and you can't control. You can physically have a reminder come up on your phone saying that you've used up your 2 hours and you need to go off of this. I know on iOS, on iPhone and iPads, you have something called screen time. What you can do with that is a very useful tool. You can set daily limits on any app on your phone, so you don't even have to do it through the settings. If you find that a bit confusing, you can just go to the screen time section on your iPhone in your settings, and you can set daily reminders and daily limits, I think they call it. They also suggest, this is Young Minds charity, they also suggest meditation apps like Calm. That's an app on the App Store and Google Play Store. Calm have stories that can help you get to sleep, as well as daily breathing exercise that help you relax. Calm even has master classes taught by world-renowned experts. Meditation has an unforeseen and now only recently documented effect on your mind. A good effect, a positive effect. I would highly recommend meditating. Calm is a brilliant app, it's free, I've used it myself. It's brilliant. But what they want to highlight here is that sleep affects your mood. There are many studies proving that lack of sleep can lead to a multitude of health problems. So realistically, 8 hours a night of good sleep is what you need. Overall, mental health is important and needs tending to regularly. With social media being used way more and mental health still taking a backseat, it's time that social media giants started to encourage its users to take a break. So, limit your time, use your socials wisely, and hopefully you have a good day. Thank you.